Hello everyone, it's me Sudeep from New Learners and this is the third part of multi-vendor e-commerce website series. If you are new in this channel, then you can just check out our other video too. Okay, now let's first talk about what we have covered till now. We have already talked about overview of our project, how we will create it and what function we will include on it, and how to install Laravel, connect it with our database and install basic package for our Laravel project. So now let's see what we will cover in this part. We will create some basic tables for our project and migrate that tables on our database. We will also seed some demo user data for our project. Okay, this video will be a long video, so without wasting any time, let's get started. As we know, we have already installed Laravel and connect our database on it. Now let's first create some basic table, then we will migrate it on our database. Now to create a tables, click on database here. Then inside database, click on migration. Then click on create user table.php here. Now here you can see there are some default tables. As we are creating a multi-vendor e-commerce website and our website needs some more tables like roles for our users, phone numbers and many more. So let's create some tables here. As here is a default table code, let me copy it and paste it here. And let's name it as a username and make it nullable, as it is our e-commerce website and some of our user doesn't want to create username, so make sure you make it as a nullable. Email is okay here, we doesn't have to change it. Now let's copy this passport table code and paste it again here and here, and name this table as photo, as some of our user may upload their photo and some may not, so let's make it as nullable. Now we also need phone number, so let's name another table as phone and make it nullable. Now we also need another table to take our user address, so let's paste the table code here and name it as address. Also make sure it is nullable. Also our address field will be long, so make sure you add it as text variable. And another, we need role to define our admin, vendor or customer, so let me again paste the code and name it as role, and this variable will be enum. Now inside this role we have to add our roles, which will be admin, vendor and user for customer. I will define customer as user, so it will be short and simple to remember. You can also give any name you want. I will here put a user as a customer. Then we have to make a default role, so when a customer create an account they will only have users, right? Now we need a status table where admin can make other user account active or inactive, so let's create it also, then name it as status. Also its variable will be enum. And like roles, we also have to name our status as active or inactive. Now save all. Then we have finally created our tables. This is just a basic table. Later on we will add more. Now let's migrate our tables to database. Then go on laravel.com, then copy this migration code. Now we need to paste this on CMD, as these two are already running. So let's go on our folder and open new CMD. Then paste the code here. Then click enter. Then we have successfully migrated our tables. Here you can see our table has been created. Now let's check it. Go on XAMPP. Then click on PHP My Admin. Then click on your database. Then here you can see we have successfully migrated our tables. And here click on user table. And here you can see all the tables are created. Now let's move on next part, which is create some seed demo data for our admin, vendor and user. So when we will work on admin part, we can log in using that details and check everything. We can seed all demo data from this seeders file. First let's create a user table seeders file where we can create our demo users. To create a new seeder file, first let's open our CMD. Then here you need to type this code. After that we need to give it a file name. For example, I will give user table seeder as a file name. After that, if I click enter, then in seeders file there will be a new folder created with a name user table seeders. So let me click enter. Then this is successfully created, and here you can see a new file is been created. Now here we will create a demo data for our admin, vendor and user. Then we will seed it into our database. So let's create it with command db, which means database table, and inside this table we need to provide our database table name, which is users. This command will only select our table user where we can create our demo data for admin, vendor and users. Then insert. This command will help to insert data in our table. Now here let me tag this as admin, so later when we do some change it will help us. Then give a big bracket. Inside this big bracket we will insert our demo data for our admin. First let's insert name, which will be admin. Then username, which will also be admin. Now let me copy this code and paste it again and again. Then we will need email, so let me add it, and admin@gmail.com. Then password. As a default, Laravel has method, so we will has our password, and our password will be admin. This code will has our password in database when we insert it. We also need to use our has method, so go on app, then http, then controllers, and inside this controller there is auth. Inside this auth file there is a file name with new password. Click on it, and this is the file where all our password is has and store on database. From this file we need to copy this hash code. Then go back to our seeder file. This is not our seeder file, this is our seeder file. Then here enter and paste it. Now we also need to use db as our database, so use db and done. Now here after password we also need roles, which will define our user. So this is for admin, I will give it as a role of admin. Now I will also copy this code and paste it again here. Now another, we need status, which will define our admin as active or inactive. So let me active our admin. Okay, for now this much data will be okay to get started. Now let's create our demo data for vendor. So I will copy this all code and paste it again here. Now here let's name it as vendor. Then in name also let me enter vendor. Username also vendor, and email vendor@gmail.com. Password will be vendor, and role will be vendor. Other active. Okay, this is good. Now again let's paste the code. Then don't forget to add comma here and here. Then let's name it as customer or user. Then name it as user. Then username also will be user, and email will be user@gmail.com. Password will be user, and role will be user. Also don't forget to add comma here in comma, and also add comma here. Now we are done. Now let's save all. Finally, we have created basic tables, migrate it on our database, and create some demo user data. This much for this video. In next video, we will create wireframe for our multi-vendor e-commerce website. Thank you for watching. It's me Sudeep from New Learners. I will see you on next video.